Just by looking at these women, can you tell which one has been a victim of sex trafficking? According to the Trafficking Victim Protection U.S. Code Title 22, Chapter 78, sex trafficking is a modern-day form of slavery in which a commercial sex act is induced by force, fraud, coercion, or in which the person induced to perform such an act is under the age of 18. Enactment of the Trafficking Victim Protection Act of 2000 made sex trafficking a serious violation under the federal law. Victims of trafficking are forced into various forms of commercial sexual exploitation, including prostitution, pornography, stripping, live shows, mail-order bride, military prostitution, and sex tourism. There are a number of common patterns of luring victims into situations of sex trafficking, including a promise of a good job, a false marriage, being sold into sex trade by parents, husbands, boyfriends, or being kidnapped by traffickers. Traffickers take advantage of women and children who they know are vulnerable due to economic instability. They seek women who are younger than 25. Women from 12 to 25 are forced into prostitution and sexual exploitation. This is considered to be one of the third largest organized crime in the United States. According to the International Migration Organization, traffickers earn $16 billion of profit each year. According to the Health Department program, an estimate of 50,000 women from Dominican Republic are trafficked each year, 75,000 women from Brazil, 35,000 from Colombia, 40,000 sexually exploited children in Venezuela, and 78% of the girls are between the ages of 8 and 17. Most of these businesses make their money by their advertisement. Many of these men post pictures and create profiles advertising these women. The most common websites are Craigslist and Backpage. Backpage is a very controversial website that is being protested today because of the marketing of prostitution that is happening. Young girls are being sold by, and Johns hear about them by online, newspapers, word of mouth, yellow pages, billboards, business cards, and flyers. 70% of the advertisements online are prostitution. According to the PAM, American Health Organization, men buy sex because they do not want to have an emotional involvement and commitment with a woman. They just want to get their basic needs to be fulfilled, which a prostitute can compel. Caucasian males advertise women as dependent, exotic, and sex-craved. These are racist, sexual Latina stereotypes. There has been a School of John created to teach these buyers about prostitution and the violations that come along. They raise awareness about sex trafficking and the diseases that they bring. Women are forced to see 30 to 50 clients a day. These traffickers are very manipulative. They often steal important government-issued documents such as passports or identity cards from their women in case they try to escape. Many times these women believe that they need to stay because they are in debt for letting them into the United States. It's a never-ending cycle. Sex trafficking started as an influence from the post-colonial period. The religious and legal institutions allow for machismo, and men take it to another level to create a hate against women. Men want to feel like they are in power and have male supremacy. The influence of the Catholic Church controls American cultures. There is a strong belief that boys are more valued than girls, and women are a piece of meat. Men are taught to be superior and take care of their woman. The most important thing is their virginity. The Catholic Church teaches the dogma of sexuality and reproduction once they are young. An influence of subduction of women was brought upon Christopher Columbus when coming into the Caribbean. He quotes, "They how to make good and skilled servants, for they repeat very quickly whatever you want them to say." Women began to be sexually harassed and abused by these conquerors. The State Department and the United States agencies have assisted foreign countries distributing $82 million. The Coalition Against Trafficking in Women and Girls for Latin America and the Caribbean promote human rights and help women with elimination of sexual exploitation. They were the first organization to focus on sex trafficking with women and young girls. Famous artists have been raising awareness for sex trafficking. Ricky Martin started an organization called the Ricky Martin Foundation, which advocates social justice, education, and health for modern slavery, especially with children. The Ashton and Demi has created the DNA Foundation, which started a Real Men Don't Buy Sex campaign. The Global Youth Partnership Project Against Commercial Sexual Exploitation of Children helps survivors They have work organizations in Chile, Mexico, and Guatemala. Another way of raising awareness is Natalia Aurelio, who wrote a song called La Esclava, which describes the false promises of the men and how women engage in sex trafficking. It opens the public's eyes to reality. Here's a short clip.
Lucía hasta la gran ciudad, atrás queda su pueblito, su familia y su pesar, llenas de esperanzas por un sueño que atrapará. Le prometieron trabajo allá en la capital. Su mejor sonrisa y su valijita vieja va cantando Lucía mientras el sol se aleja. Al fin vienen a buscarla dos señores que le hablan, le prometen muchas cosas y ella los acompaña. Nunca pensó que su sueño